Now, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're looking for a snowy owl. Snowy owls aren't native to the UK, but occasionally visit from countries like Russia and Greenland. They stand about 60 centimeters tall, with strikingly white plumage and yellow eyes. Males tend to be whiter than the females. The male owl we were looking for had been reported at the top of Ben Macdui, the second highest mountain in the UK. Unsurprisingly, none of our friends wanted to come and help us film there, so we had to make do. That's the problem with those shots, because it's just us filming this, so we have to set it up, walk over, then run back and get the cameras. Oh.
We are in for a really long day. I remember when I first got into photography back in 2013, there was a snowy owl on this very mountain. And I remember not getting to see it and being so disappointed. And now 8 years on, there's been reports of another one up here. Oh man, this would make my year.
We powered on, but hiking the considerable height and distance with heavy bags was starting to take its toll.
There's quite a lot of sweat on your back there, mate.
Anyway, the excursion was worth it, and at an altitude of about 1,000 meters, we spotted a wildlife. Which didn't look like an owl, but we went to investigate anyway. The reason it didn't look like an owl was because it was a reindeer, with 2 friends. So, finding ourselves upwind of them, we thought they'd smell us and scarper. They thought, however, that they'd run towards us instead. And on this terrain, there was no way we could outrun them. So, in response to the rapidly approaching pointy antlers, we promptly shit ourselves.
Turns out they were just massive fans of Gone Feral and wanted to say hello. These friendly, non-native reindeer are part of the only free-ranging herd in Britain. Reindeer are native to places like Scandinavia and Canada, so this Arctic-like terrain up here on the Cairngorm Plateau is ideal for them.
Okay, Harry has now decided that he is Shepherd of the Reindeer, or Father Christmas. I mean, he's got the figure for it.
Compared to our resident species, these deer are far better equipped for harsher winter conditions, with wide cloven hooves to prevent them sinking in snow and hollow fur to keep them insulated.
Satisfied that this wildlife was definitely not a snowy owl, we continued our search. We hiked right up to the summit, 1.3 kilometers above sea level. Yes, we are now the second highest people in Scotland. No jokes, please. Well done. And when the fog cleared, the views were, well, phew. But we couldn't see any owls up here either, so it was time to layer up and go off-piste.
Well, I've been looking forward to this all day. It's time to see what Ed's orienteering skills are like. How are you getting on with that, mate?
Yeah, good. Well, we've just come.
Fortunately, us former Boy Scouts had well and truly earned our orienteering badges.
We need to sort of be heading like that way.
Well, one of us had. And then with our bearing, we set off.
Let's go.
And searched for miles and miles and kilometers until it was time to conclude our mission. We failed.
Jesus. So we were meant to be going home today. That was the plan anyway, but Ed is so bloody obsessed with owls. He's made us come up here again. The second tallest mountain in the UK, twice in 2 days. What's wrong with this boy? See, look at this, yesterday, 16 bloody miles.
I knew Harry wanted to see this bird as much as me, but he still found things to complain about.
So if you were naive like us, you'd think that a big white owl would be easy to spot here. But there are loads of these white rocks scattered around the landscape, which makes this so much harder.
But things were starting to look a bit more hopeful than yesterday.
So these droppings here belong to ptarmigan, and they are one of the favourite prey species of the snowy owl, and probably the reason that it's here on this plateau.
See, I reckon those poos are there because what happened was the ptarmigan was here having a nice time, and the snowy owl came in and the ptarmigan absolutely shit itself. What do you think?
Yeah, probably right.
Feeling motivated, our search continued, bar a quick break to shelter from a passing storm.
Then things suddenly got a bit overwhelming.
Holy f***.
Because this is a bloody snowy owl.
And I remember not getting to see it and being so disappointed. And now 8 years on, there's been reports of another one up here. This would make my year. It's there! I'm actually shaking. Oh my fuck. I missed out on this in 2013. It's like 8 years later. We so nearly went home and we've seen it. Fucking hell.
Once we'd calmed down a bit, we got some quick record shots and moved a bit closer. Unfortunately, the terrain meant we couldn't get as close as we'd have liked, but just being able to sit and see this bird was, well, phew. We only had a few minutes before we had to head back down the mountain. But what a privilege it was to spend those few minutes with this gorgeous bird. Oh, I'm so glad. I thought this would be the first time that we failed on Gone Feral. But no, we've done it! Come on, Harry, give us the old get in.
Get in there!
Get in! Come on! Okay, I know there's a bit of a running joke that I'm obsessed with owls, but come on, it's a bloody snowy owl. It's just unbelievable. That's the kind of thing that'll stick in my mind for the rest of my life. It does make you wonder, what else is out there? I mean, we trekked for over 20 miles to get a glimpse of that tiny white speck on the side of a mountain, and there are hundreds of mountains here. So how many more snowy owls are there? How many Eurasian eagle owls or other rarities have appeared that we just haven't noticed? And it's those kind of feelings that get you motivated to come out and explore. I absolutely love it.